Hello everyone, this is Ross from Retro Dream Beam. I'm an eBay seller full-time. I've been doing this with my fiance Netta for a couple years now. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. I'm about to go what we were shipping out today on a Tuesday, but yesterday was like super chaotic. I actually had to go to a different post office because it took too long to pack them. We had like 46 packages. Super stressful because my car still had a bunch of like my inventory of stuff I sourced, so it was really hard to make sure everything fit in the car and to find a post office that was still open and would scan everything. We make sure we get everything scanned. I got there with like 10 minutes to spare, but it was no big deal. They got them scanned pretty quickly. I was impressed. All right, so the first thing that sold today on Tuesday, this is like a Chicago related shirt. We got a bunch of these. I normally do poorly with clothes. Another's the ones that sources them. And then I tried to list a portion of them. She also lists a bunch of them. I like honestly just have like bad luck with clothes. This is probably like the 5th or 10th like clothing item I've ever sold ever on eBay for like more than 3 years. So yeah, I just do a bad job at it apparently. I have another one to relist right here. I just brought it home to, I guess, maybe take new pictures. This ended up selling for $30 plus shipping. Everything here is going to be plus shipping, so I'll just save us some time right now. All right, next up is going to be a nerdy item, more my realm. This is Cygnar Commander Anson Hitch right there. He is a solo figure, so he's not a warcaster. Warcasters are like the commanders where if you lose them, you lose the game. This is just going to be like an individual character instead of a bunch of units. Sometimes units are just like 10 or 12 rangers or stuff like that. All right, moving along, we got like a really bad pick for me a long time ago, a Cincinnati playing card deck. I do like playing card decks, but in general, I try to pick out the more unique ones. This one was not that unique. This is probably like an early Goodwill, Savers, mom, pa, thrift store. Like honestly, I should pick up any of these that were like a quarter, 50 cents or a dollar. This only sold for $4. I can tell what bin it was, that it was a very old listing. So yeah, I want to pick up that one again, but it's cool to get something moving. It's not new, it's used. So like I had to show the picture of the condition. So my listing was still pretty good for an old listing. All right, moving along, we have some Warhammer bits and pieces. These are going to be Tau bits. I forget honestly what faction the Tau is. This just looks like a bunch of mechanical bits and pieces, honestly. So maybe like for tanks or vehicles or something. This is sold for $15.99. I've been doing really well with the Warhammer 40K bits and pieces. All right, moving along, we have another PC game. I grab a lot of PC games. I like to get the box versions. This does not have a box. This is just Gangsters, like something crime. I can't really see it right now. But yeah, someone's going to enjoy some old school PC games. So that's awesome. This only sold for $7.99, but I get the PC games pretty cheap. All right, moving along, I have a spoiler warning. If you're ever going to play the board game Risk Legacy, you can skip ahead a little bit, so I'll just give a little bit more time. But these are going to be one of the things you get to unlock in the game. One of the things you get to unlock in the game are going to be the alien faction right here. I forget what triggers the aliens coming out. But yeah, this is the same person that bought 2 lots of these aliens like a couple weeks ago. So they came back and bought 2 more lots. I get a lot of board game bits and pieces. So yeah, these, like, I'm not sure what they're going to use them for. These sold for $12, and like I said, to repeat buyers. So that's pretty cool that they enjoyed the aliens. Maybe they're going to try to remake the Legacy game, if that makes sense. All right, moving along. This was interesting to me. This is the War Machine Crix 2016 faction deck. The weird thing about this is I've listed a bunch of the War Machine and Hordes faction decks. They just have all the characters, all the stats, and like rules to play them, and then you sleeve them up, and then you mark down like when they lose health and when they use abilities and stuff like that. This was not one I listed recently, but I have listed like 30 or 40 different other faction decks or lots of cards for War Machine and Hordes. So it's always weird when like a super old listing sells, but hey, that's fine. It sold for $13.82. It just shows that my ones that I recently listed will sell at some point. All right, moving along, we have a teddy bear, the Muffy, I think, collection. This is going to be a little outfit for a teddy bear. We've done pretty good luck with these, I think, and I just picked these up either at auctions or at thrift stores. So yeah, it's just like a little Easter dress with like a little sun hat and then like a little basket, and then there's like a little bunny inside of it. This sold for $11.99, so that's pretty cool. All right, moving along, we have like a kind of like a war game, Kekanoga, I don't know if I'm saying that right, a dark and bloody battleground right here. It looks like they kind of like printed off the front page or something, so I don't know how like too official this is or something like that. Honestly, I get a lot of war game stuff and board game stuff and things like that, so I just kind of just list it and take pictures. So yeah, there's like a full-fledged like bits and pieces. These are little chits, which are going to stand for like the infantry, and then there's like the rules and stuff, so the rules look pretty good. I think this is going internationally. This sold for $17.28. All right, next up, or actually the last thing for the day. Honestly, yesterday was it was long to make the video. It was super stressful yesterday. It was so much stuff. It was great. I wish it was like that again today. But the day like disappeared. Honestly, like I didn't start listing until like 7 or 8 at night, and woke up at 9 in the morning. It took a long time to grab the stuff, pack it with Aneta to ship it. All right. Last thing is just more Warhammer 40k pieces. These are by the Imperial Army right there. I think they're like the humanoid faction or something like that. I see a bunch of treads in here and little arms and guns and bits and pieces. So yeah, probably vehicle and then some arms or something. I'm not sure what they're going to use them for. Maybe just like to modify their figures. Those sold for $15.99. So yeah, that's everything. There was 2 more things that sold on the way back when I was coming back from the storage unit, but that will be for tomorrow. Halloween's around the corner, so that's exciting. Aneta's excited for Dragon Age Veilguard coming out. I just started playing the PC game Core Keeper, so that was addicting yesterday after I got done with all the eBay stuff. Honestly, eBay's been keeping us pretty busy. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you'd like to help support us. Take a look at the shop down below. Have a good one.